Hi everyone, thanks for joining me and welcome to part one of a two-part video series, and it's all about the Deus Lite. The Deus Lite in this case is the XP Deus without the controller. We're just using the headphone module on its own. As many of you know, the Deus Lite configuration can be with the WS4 headphones or the WS5 headphones. It's completely your choice. And also when you buy a Deus Lite, you have the choice of coils. You can have the HF coil or the X35 coil. And inside these WS4s, you've got a whole range of options. You've got 10 factory preset programs, which are literally switch on and go. And there's two programs we're going to be concentrating on in this video. We're going to use program number 3, Deus Fast, and program number 9, the hot program, just to give you an idea, just to give you a contrast of what the two different programs sound like. Now, Deus Fast uses a 3-tone program. 2 tones are for your good targets, a middle and a high, and your 3rd tone is for an iron target, which is a low tone. Whereas the hot program uses a wide range of tones, all on a sliding scale. It's hard for me to explain, it's better to show you out in the field. A little tip when fitting the WS4 headphones, put them over your ears this way, and once they're on your head, bend the bar down so it's just touching the back of your neck. And this takes the weight off your ears. A lot of people just stick them on like this, but no, the correct way is to bend this bar down just so it touches the back of your neck. So once you've turned the headphones on, all you need to do is select your desired program. In this case, we're going to start off with Deus Fast program number 3. So we press the menu, just keep going through till you see P, programs, and the plus and minus buttons to select your program. Program number 3, Deus Fast. Now I hear a lot of people being told to start on basic 1, which is program number 1, which is a real entry-level program. Now personally, I don't recommend that because the Deus Lite is an audio machine, so the more audio you can get through your ears, the more information, the better off you will be at identifying and hearing a target. Now basic 1 doesn't use an iron tone, it's just a 2-tone program, mid and high. So the iron range is cut out of that. Personally, I like to use a program which gives you an iron tone, so you can hear the iron buzz and you get a good idea of the big iron, you get a good idea of what sort of area you're walking over. There's lots and lots of pluses to this program. Headphones are on comfortably, let's get in the field. This is your low iron tone. Listening out for iron can be a valuable source, because if you can find the iron patches, very often that's a sign of habitation, and that's where you're going to find the good stuff. So always look out for the iron patches, especially if you're on farmland. Here we go, here's a nice tone. It's very solid, very repeatable. What do you think? Would you dig that? Of course you would, it's perfect. Let's have a go. Oh, before I dig that, let's let you hear what the hot program, program number 9, sounds like on this particular signal. Right, program number 9. Can you hear the hot program's more of a squelchy sound? And this I'd say was a mid to high range conductor because of the audio tone. If it was a low conductor like foil or small gold, you get a much lower tone, and iron would even be lower than that. So Can you see what I'm saying? The audio on the hot program is on a sliding scale. And that's our first target. So it's a kind of a mid-tone. The good thing about the Deus in the light configuration is there's no meter and you have to rely on your tones. And that is the quickest way to learn your XP Deus. Now we're going to use a pinpoint probe to try and find this target. Here we go, look. Unfortunately, it's only a piece of lead, but still a nice sound, and that's what you want to be listening out for. And also, if you've got any questions, this is the MI6 pinpointer. You've probably seen me using it on all my videos. This can also be paired to just the headphones, so when you turn the pinpointer on, it comes through the headphones, but we're talking depth about that in part 2. That is a nice... Do you know what? You're not going to believe this, guys. Look, can you see it there? I can't honestly believe that. I cannot believe it. It's a hammered coin. It is a hammered coin, unbelievable, and it's on the surface. I know there's going to be people out there saying, oh yeah, just for the video, it's all like clever stuff. Yeah, I understand. But guys, I swear to God, that was on the surface. It's a long time since I found a groat. I'm chuffed to bits with that. But on the other hand, I'm a little bit sad because I didn't have to work for it. It was on the surface. Can I claim it? Is it mine? Yeah, I'm going to claim it. But I've got a little bit of a theory here. I'm walking along this hedgerow. Now, I might be right, I might be wrong, but this hedgerow goes all the way up to the main road. And if I follow it down, this hedgerow lines up with another main road. You see Neil in the distance there? So this could be an old track. Plus another thing what is exciting me is this hedgerow is a lot higher than the other side. I don't know if you can see there, but it dips right down to a pasture field. So there is a prominent bank here. So we've got a bank, a hedgerow, a main road. Hedgerow goes up, main road there. So maybe this was some sort of link. The only way I'm going to find out is just do a little bit more detecting just up and down this patch and see if it gives any more signals. I've got a good feeling about this patch, you know, really good feeling about it. Do you know, when you're detecting, occasionally you do get a certain feeling. And it's weird because the wind stopped and there's like almost a calm has set upon the ground. I'm getting lovely feedback from the machine using program number 9, the hot program again. Yeah, it's a nice one, quite a lifted one. Let's have a go and let's put it into Deus Fast from number 9 down to program number 3. Here we go then. It's a nice one. Got a bit of a tone change as I come off of it. Bit of iron there, but in the centre it seems like a good solid sound. Okay. I think this is a big target. Right then guys, this is going to be a tough one. What do you think this is? Now, if you've got any ideas, post below, because I haven't got a Scooby. It's not iron, that's for sure. Brass, bronze. It's weird. Yeah, it is given a slightly iron tone, but if you look on the end of it there, it's smooth, it's shiny. I really don't know. This has got me. This has got me, this one, honestly. Okay. Let's see if we can get some more. Let's stick with Deus Fast actually. Now I've switched over to it, let's stay with it. This field is full of interesting bits and pieces, you know. I've just picked that up from the surface. Doesn't weigh a lot, doesn't give a signal, but it's just interesting. Very rarely do you find so many interesting bits and bobs on a field. I think it's got great potential. Also, I found a lot of this on the surface, so maybe you guys out there who know your tile, know your pot, can help me with this. Do you think it's medieval? Do you think it's earlier? It's very, very dark on the edges, very, very grainy. And then you've got the traditional tile colour there, I'd say, but a lot of interesting tile kicking around too. That looks like it could be a mortar perhaps, don't know. Once again, I'm rubbish at identifying things, and this is where you guys can help me out. But like I say, very, very grainy on the edge. It's out. Okay. No idea what that is. Could be something to do with bonding a book, maybe. Like it's almost hinged, but without cleaning it up, I don't really know what it is. But yeah, still a nice little relic. Look, there's something in the middle of that. Definitely something in the. Oh, what do you think? Do you know what? I think even if you've got the Deus setup with the RC and stuff, take the RC off. Spend a day with just the headphones. I think you'll be surprised. So far, I've had a brilliant little bash with this Deus using the WS4 headphones. So if you're new to the XP or you're thinking about getting an XP, don't feel you've got to get the full kit, the Deus with the screen and all that lot, because you can have just as much fun and you can make just as many finds just using the Deus Lite configuration. Now, if you did go for the Deus Lite configuration, what would my advice be? Well, this is only personal advice, obviously, but I do like the WS4 headphones because they're so tractable. If you take this module off, then you can put the horseshoe connector in, and then you can use aftermarket headphones. For example, you'll see on a lot of my videos, I use the lightweight FX02 headphones. And just recently, I've been playing around with some new headphones called the Bose Sport, B-O-S-E. Now, they're sort of earbuds that will go inside your ears, but they've got a brilliant sound to them. It's a friend of mine, Jerry Giles, told me about them. But they are quite expensive. I think they're about £50 to buy. Some places are asking £90 for them. But make sure you buy the headphones which are for the Android, not the Apple, because the Apple are very quiet on the Deus for some reason, so always go for the Android ones. But I do like the WS4 headphones. Nothing wrong with the WS5s. Like I said, this is personal preference. But so far, we've had a good outing with this. I've had a couple of interesting little finds and it's kept me interested. no meter to look at, and I think that can be a bonus sometimes, especially when you're learning the XP, because as you know, the XP is a tone machine. If you get the Deus or have the Deus with the WS4, WS5 headphones, what would be my suggestion for a beginner? Switch it on, go for program 3, Deus Fast, or 9, the hot program. Don't touch anything, don't ground balance. You don't really need to adjust the sensitivity. You just want to switch on and go. You can't get easier than that. And once you get into the XP a little bit more, then you can start dipping your toe into some of the expert settings, but don't try and run before you can walk, so to speak. Now, there's a program on this, and it's number 6, and it's called the deep program. The deep program is an animal. And if your ground conditions won't allow it, then the deep program will probably punish you, because it is a powerful program. So by all means, have a look at the deep program number 6, but don't automatically think, I want to go deep, program number 6. Big mistake. Sure, if your ground is very quiet and a deep program stable on it, go for it. But what I'm saying is, just don't automatically assume that hitting the deep program, you're gonna go deep. A lot of it is this stuff. This tells you how deep you can or cannot do your ground. And if it won't allow it, it ain't gonna happen. So anyway, that kind of wraps up this video. It's getting a bit long now. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the Deus Lite in action. And hopefully on the next video we can stay with the Deus Lite and cover some more technical aspects, and also talk about the different coil choices. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.